Right, back to Three Sisters this week for the single lap course. Round of the Longton and Nottingham Championships. We're in a class of one today, so there is no target as such for that, but we're going to aim for my PB from last year, which is a 48.6 or a 48.7. The record is about a second quicker than that, so we're going to try and beat that. Weather should be dry and warm all day, so no arguments from that score. So this is first practice. We'll eke into it. We should get a lot of runs because there's only 50 odd here, I think. So yeah, we should get a lot of runs. We'll just give it everything from probably run 2, but we'll see how practice goes, see what the grip levels are like and take it from there. Not bad to start with. The cone is very off-putting on that last corner. I might have to say something about that. Jeez, it's right where you want to turn in, where I want the near side front wheel. There's a cone there, so I had to just check, and so you can't take the ideal line. Now whether they've done that deliberately, I don't know, but that's right where I want to be. Other than that, yeah, grip felt okay. It should rubber in as we go around. A couple of squirrely moments, but track's still gripping up, still warming up. So yeah, good start. Right, timed run 1. As expected, not much time between runs, only 50 odd runners, so we've only had about 20 minutes. We're going to get plenty of runs in. The sun's coming out, we're warming up. We will give it 9 temps on this one, see if we can get into a 49. And then probably attack it from the one after that. See how close, or if we can beat last year's PB of a 48.6. Conditions should be good. try and neaten it up and go into a 48. We're on schedule. Right, time run number 2. So let's see if we can get into a 48 on this one. We will give it full beans. The outright grip might not be there, that might be this afternoon, but let's just see if we can nail it. We should do a 48, no mistakes, but it's always hard when you're right on the edge. One slight twitch, one slight error and you lose temps, but yeah, let's just give it everything from now. Definitely there. Neaten it up in maybe a couple of places. There's still a little bit more time there, but that was a very good run. Yeah, very good. Right, time run number 3, then we'll be having lunch. So, new PB, job accomplished, 48.4, can we get any more off? We'll have plenty of runs to try and do it. So yeah, let's see where we get. Another 8/100ths off. We're right on the ragged edge now. Yeah, fully committed now. Another 8/100ths off. Is there any more time there? There's always a little bit of time there, but not much. Right, we've had lunch. This is timed run 4. Now historically this is not a good one for me because you relax over lunch, you have something to eat, your sensors are not where they need to be, so I need to try and get in the zone. We might need this one to get back in the zone, and then we should get another 2 or 3 runs after this. But yeah, let's see what we're like on this one and then take it from there. Perfect conditions now, 25 degrees ish, track warm, tyres warm. Ultra consistent. Oh man, 3 push laps within 1/10. Yeah, there's very little there, but I think I'll give it one more mega effort and then see what we're like after that one. Right, timed run at number 5. So I've put in 3 more or less identical times. I think I'm on the limit. We'll give it one more big push, see if I can get any more off, and I think we'll call it a day then. It's now 27 degrees, so the temperature's increased, which means the grip might be slightly better, but what you gain in grip, you're losing performance and power with it being too hot, especially when the car's here cooking. Intake temperature 50 degrees. So yeah, I'll give it one more big push, see if we can get any off, and then we may call it a day. Talking hundreds now though. Do I give it one more go or make a decision? Hardly anything left on the table now, and It's always nice to finish with the quickest time of the day, so we might call it a day there. We'll make a decision. Right, I am back from Three Sisters for the single lap course. It was glorious weather again, no rain forecast for the day, sunshine most of the day, track red hot, tyres red hot, so knew I could attack it more or less from the off. Started off in practice with about 8 temps, as I always do. There is no prizes for binning it in practice, and there's also no prizes for winning in practice, so yeah, it always baffles me, the people that go gung-ho and then end up binning it. There's just no point. So we started with a 50.2, knew there was tons of time there. So yeah, timed run one, decided not to go all in for time run because I knew we were going to get lots of runs. Always do at Three Sisters, and we always do with a Longton event, so combine those two and I knew we were set for lots of runs. That also, we were only 50 odd there on the day. The downside to that is I was in a class of 1, so no one to compete against directly on the day, but had my own PB to beat and the out and out class record, which I think is a 47.6 or 47.8, something like that. High 47 anyway. So timed run 1, give it 9 tenths just to ease my way in, and that was a 49.1, so almost into the 48 straight away. And then from timed run 2, thought right, every run now 100%, 10 out of 10, let's see what times we can get. And then straight away on timed run 2, a 48.4. I did 3 more runs after that. There was actually 8 runs available on the day if you'd have stayed right to the end. So again, good value for money, if you can call sprinting ever good value for money, but lots of runs available. So all my 4 push runs, if you like, were within a tenth or so of each other. Ultra consistent, flat out. There is very little left on the table for me and my car. Just a few hundredths possibly, if I carried on running, or I'll come back another day on the same conditions. But we managed a 48.4 and a 48.3, then another 48.4, and then finished with a 48.28. So yeah, bet my PB by exactly 4 tenths, only about 4 tenths off the class record, so really pleased with that. Car superb again. Got up to about 27 degrees on the day, so it was just bordering on being too hot and too sticky, but we're just about hung in there to set some really good times. So yeah, happy enough with that. So that'd be good points for the Nottingham Championship, not so much for the Longton because I was in a class of 1, so you can't score many points when you're on your own. And we move on to Scamondon next weekend, one of my closest venues. Short and sweet again. I'll try not to come off the black stuff this time and wreck my wheel, so we will be key there, but we'll see if we can beat last year's PB at that one. That is a round of classic marks, so I think there's 11 of us in class, as well as Longton, as well as Nottingham, so yeah, it's a scoring round of 3 championships, so it should be good. Thank you very much.